My Big Fat Fabulous Life Season 11 brought along Angie, the secret daughter of Glenn Thor. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. TLC gave their version of Whitney Thor's half-sister. However, MBFFL fans wonder if it's the true story. Read on to find out what people are saying about it. MBFFL learned that Glenn Thor had Angie with Jackie. TLC fans felt very skeptical that Angie, the secret daughter, even existed. In fact, some of them believed the rumors that Whitney and her dad pulled her out of a hat to give a new angle to a show that had run its course. Previous reports suggested that Whitney's dad fathered a son by an Asian woman known as Keiko. But the storyline revealed that before deploying to Asia, he impregnated Jackie, a woman from Florida who is the mom of Angie. Glenn Thor came up against a lot of criticism because My Big Fat Fabulous Life fans believe that Angie was just too conveniently on the scene after Babs died. However, most people now believe that she's the real deal. In fact, a lot of people claim to like her a lot more than Whitney. Many people slammed the MBFFL star for acting like a jealous child when they met the family in Alabama. MBFFL fans questioned the story of Glenn Thor's daughter. No longer believing that Angie is fake, fans on Reddit now question the timeline of Whitney's family discovering her half-sister. TLC's version is that Cody, the son of Angie, had a DNA test done, and that linked him to Whitney's family via her aunt. After that, they made contact with Angie's biological dad. If you don't know, there was a rumor that Whitney's aunt raised Angie. However, it seems that her mom Jackie only stayed there until the birth and then put the child up for adoption. Glenn Thor's storyline was questioned when an OP asked, "What do we think the full story is behind Glenn and Angie's mom?" They added, "It seems very weird that Glenn and Angie were put in contact right when Babs passed away. Do you think they've met before and they just did this for the show?" In the replies, many people seem to agree that they really did know the family before Babs passed away. However, they seem to think that Babs wouldn't allow the kids to know. A coincidence? Whether Glenn Thor and Babs already knew that Angie was in Alabama can't be proven. However, some people opined that it could be a coincidence that they got in contact when they did. Several My Big Fat Fabulous Life fans related their own experiences with that. If they did already know, one fan observed, "Maybe Angie reached out when Babs was sick, and Glenn decided to wait until she was gone." You have to remember, Babs was sick for a long time, and they knew it was terminal. What do you think about the real backstory of Angie Vincent? Do you think that it happened the way that TLC claimed? Or did Glenn Thor know where she was all the time, but Babs didn't want him to make contact? On the other hand, was it just a coincidence that Cody discovered the connection around the time that Babs passed away? Let us know in the comments below. For years, Glenn Thor had been a familiar face to fans of My Big Fat Fabulous Life, offering sage advice and unwavering support to his daughter, Whitney Thor, as she navigated the ups and downs of life on reality television. But behind the scenes, there was another figure lurking in the shadows, a mysterious presence that had long been shrouded in secrecy, Glenn's daughter Angie. While Whitney had been the focus of much of the show's attention, Angie had remained a largely enigmatic figure, her absence from the spotlight leaving fans curious about the true story behind her relationship with her father and her reasons for staying out of the public eye. Chapter 2: A Family Struggle. The truth behind Angie's absence was far more complicated than fans could have ever imagined, rooted in a painful family history that had left scars that ran deep. As Glenn and Angie's relationship had fractured over the years, they had drifted apart, their once close bond strained by misunderstandings and miscommunications that seemed impossible to overcome. For Glenn, the pain of losing touch with his daughter had been a heavy burden to bear, a constant reminder of the mistakes he had made and the relationships he had failed to nurture. And as he watched Whitney flourish in the spotlight, he couldn't help but wonder what might have been if he had been able to mend fences with Angie before it was too late. Chapter 3: The Power of Forgiveness. But just as all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of light appeared on the horizon, offering a chance for reconciliation and redemption. Through the power of forgiveness and understanding, Glenn and Angie began to mend their fractured relationship, one tentative step at a time. As they shared their stories and opened up about the pain and heartache that had driven them apart, they discovered that their bond was stronger than they had ever realized. And as they embraced the opportunity for healing and growth, they knew that their journey was far from over. Chapter 4. A Daughter's Journey. For Angie, the road to reconciliation had been a difficult one, filled with uncertainty and doubt. But as she reconnected with her father and began to rebuild their relationship, she discovered a newfound sense of purpose and belonging that she had long been searching for. Through the support of her family and the power of forgiveness, Angie found the strength to confront the demons of her past and embrace the future with open arms. And as she stepped out of the shadows and into the spotlight, she knew that her journey was just beginning. Chapter 5. The Healing Process. As Glenn and Angie's relationship continued to blossom, they found themselves embarking on a journey of healing and growth, one that would ultimately bring them closer together than they had ever been before. Through the power of love and forgiveness, they discovered that the bonds of family were stronger than any obstacle they faced, and that together they could overcome anything that stood in their way. As fans of My Big Fat Fabulous Life watched Glenn and Angie's journey unfold, they were reminded of the importance of forgiveness and understanding in the face of adversity. And as they followed along with bated breath, they knew that the true story behind Glenn Thor's daughter, Angie, was one of hope, redemption, and the enduring power of family.